Hey Virgo. It's your girl Javy. High Priestess. Here with your monthly general tarot reading for Gemini season 2020. Now let's see. Let's take a look. Now, your ruling planet, Mercury, is in its domicile, in its home sign in Gemini, and it does go retrograde in Cancer, so that's going to be something to look into. But I got really, really scatterbrained energy for this season for you guys. Before I started filming, I take time, I lean into your energy, I channel, and in the midst of that, I welcome in that energy, and all in that time, I cleaned up, I took a shot, I hula hooped in the back for a little bit, and then I randomly put lipstick on. So this Gemini stellium, which all these planets, this planetary pileup in Gemini, is definitely going to impact you in a weird, not your normal pragmatic self type of way. I think there is a letting loose, a calming, a more... First card out is the Four of Swords. There is a calming, a rest period. There's just an easing in your mind that takes place here, and I like it. You giving yourself a break. It feels like a break in your mind. You cutting yourself some slack. And in cutting yourself that slack, definitely lean into some meditation. Lean into quiet time. Lean into me time. You creating that for yourself. Going to bed early. Not that that's necessarily for some of you that may be an issue. Just especially with your mind. Your mind being more heightened and more stimulated this month, this season. Rest is really important. Stilling your mind, creating stability in the mind. The Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race, baby. You need to rest up so that you can make educated decisions, informed decisions, methodical, practical decisions and actions, so that you can plant the seeds, that you can sow the seeds that have been planted. Because you've been at it, you've been putting in work, and it's not at the pace that everybody else wants it to be. It's at your pace. Because you're in a place of really... Pay attention to this card. It's one of the only knights with a black horse. You are mounting your shadow. You are seeing your shadow, coming face to face with your dark side and mastering it slowly, taking actions to be better about it. Whew, but then the Knight of Wands, look at that. Head to head. The urge to go, 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 but maybe not having the energy to. Not some of you, it may be an energy thing, but there is a conflict of energy, a conflict in action, an uncertainty of how to move, a wanting to go but knowing better but still doing it. There is this seesaw of... That's what I'm saying. I took a shot, went hula hooping, cleaned up. There is this seesaw of... And actually, I felt balanced. I got a lot of shit done today. It's do the work, then you get to have the fun. And not very long will you be in this place of it being slow and steady, and you learning to trust and learning to build, and having to be meticulous about things. I mean, that's something that's always going to stay with you, but the trust in yourself builds and grows. And there may be a situation with a fellow earth sign or a fire sign where, like, you need to rest up for. There could be some kind of, you going toe to toe with someone, someone challenging your thought process, challenging the way that you do things, someone whose speed isn't the same as yours, and it's generating a lot of confusion. There is this push and pull, too many options, so many things to do, not knowing what to do first, putting yourself in the background as opposed to the foreground. And if you look, there are these, we'll look at it later, but there's this shadow. There's something about the shadow side that's coming out. The sides that you don't show people. But there is a lot of confusion here that you need to rest up for this Gemini season. So if you have the opportunity now, things are slow for you now, take advantage of that. Get the rest, do the stretching, do the yoga, go have fun, loosen up a bit, and balance that with doing the work. You're going to do the work either way. You're going to get it done either way. But your playful side needs to come out. And you are able to find balance in that when you give yourself that rest and that time to let the universe do its job and reestablish your equilibrium too. But don't let the confusion get the best of you. Don't let the illusion fool you. Don't get caught up in that. Just trying to see if there are any Mercury Neptune aspects, but there is this Mercury quincunx Pluto. Mercury's about to go into Cancer. That's really what this looks like. It's like, don't get lost in the sauce. Do not. Three of Pentacles. You're really making effort to reestablish your foundation, and you need to keep that as the forefront in your mind. Keep your priorities straight. You are doing foundational rebuilding. Eight of Cups. And it's time from the Seven of Cups reversed to the Eight of Cups. So step by step, once you tend to that confusion, once you get your priorities straight, you see very clearly what is okay to leave behind. There is a journey that calls to you. There is a foundation, a new team that calls to you. And there's something about leaving the comfortability behind. Woo! And stepping into your power. The Hermit, the Virgo card. Going inward. Bottom of the deck, Two of Cups. And do this right now because there is love here. There is love in your life. And there is true understanding available to you. A way through the sadness. And if you are having, troubled with your loved one, a new relationship with yourself really heals a past relationship. A new relationship with yourself heals your current relationship, is what I'm trying to say. And there is a lot of understanding that it gets, you have to get comfortable with the darkness before the dawn. But you're finding your light. And that's all that matters. Let's take a look at these cards. All right, Virgo, let's take a look. Now, I want to start right here. Bottom of the deck, the most current energy right now is that there is love. There is reciprocity here. And whether it be with you and another person or it be with you and yourself, you have an opportunity to love yourself deeper by making yourself a priority, by putting yourself first, letting yourself get the rest that you need so that you can find your light. And what means something to you, what matters, your priorities. Now I want to go ahead and start clarifying right here. I want to see, what is this conflict, this head-to-head, this please clarify the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. But first out with the Four of Swords being the first card out, like you got to rest before you take on the next thing. And resting so that you can approach it from a Knight of Pentacles with a Knight of Pentacles type of energy, which is methodical, which is studious, which is slow, which is someone that takes advantage and is aware of their light and their dark so that they can propel themselves forward. Someone who's not necessarily overly emotional or overly emotive and mushy, maybe someone who may be a little bit colder because you got shit to do, and that's okay to lean into that. There may be you may be challenged by a fire sign this season. A fire sign being the Knight of Wands, being Aries. Sorry, I was looking at something else. Aries, Sagittarius, wow, and Leo, excuse me. Someone who may be the same age as you or younger, but there is a challenge here. And I think that this person brings clarity because there hasn't been... You've been really going inward to make your own decisions. There's a lot of options going on. Instead of taking the advice of everyone else, you're doing you and reestablishing your foundation. Really figuring out what it is that you want to do. Ooh, and to clarify, this is another night. Y'all playing games, man. There's definitely okay, there could be a love or romantic situation with an earth sign or a fire sign that you're still needing to overcome. There are people who may have shit to say about this pairing, about you being interested in this person. There may be naysayers or things to old belief systems of yours and theirs to get over. Their family may have something to say. Their people may, have something to say. But there is a mutuality, meeting each other on the same level. There is this mutual love that's here, and you guys have the opportunity to wade through this. My partnered people, of course, whoever this resonates with, but you guys have the opportunity to wade through this confusion and move past it, go inward, and really find some special way to be of service to the world, to be of service to each other. Leaving behind the comfortability. Look at how these cups are stacked. Well-balanced situations. Good jobs, maybe. Things that emotionally fulfill you. That shit may come up to be left behind. There are things being revealed. There's the moon out here. There are mysteries. And with this lantern with the star in it, he is seeking to find his own inner light. And that's what the Hermit is asking of you. If you're going to spend this time in quarantine or going forward being alone, be productive. Let it be don't spend your time like just fucking blowing it all on Netflix and not um and also some of you may need that. It could be some of you could need the opposite. Could be you've been working so much that you do need to balance with chill time. Give yourself that. But if you do have alone time and you don't spend it hanging out with people that you know don't positively influence you, who know that they're just not about the same shit that you're about. They're not about your hustle. Be with people who are of equal mind, who have equal values. Please clarify the Seven of Cups reverse. What can be done to wade through this indecision and this confusion? What does Virgo need to know that can help them wade through the confusion, that can give them the confidence that they need? Please clarify the Seven of Cups. Please clarify the Seven of Cups. Choice. Ooh. An action. Choosing to instill some structure, choosing to instill some discipline, to delegate out tasks that need to be delegated out, to different people. Don't be such a control freak, hun. It's just like there are other people around who can help you get through this. Also, you may be experiencing some kind of confusion in regards to or there may be a big decision in regards to an Aries, and definitely maybe romantic situations, or some of you may be having just confusion about your relationship with an Aries. Some of you also may have learned that your father is going through some legal issues, or maybe he's having some marital issues. Maybe you're just learning something. Some of you are learning something in regards to your father, and your father may be in the military or in some kind of like firefighter or like park ranger, some kind of like super masculine, hyper masculine job. And there may be just some issues in regards to the marriage and love, and you may learn that your father is a person in a way that you never saw before. Being able to see your parents make human mistakes. Choosing to take the blindfold off. And once you do, you see that there are so many options available to you. Once you get the rest that you need, this Seven of Cups really helps you. The Seven of Cups reverse helps you to... It's a sign that you're being frustrated enough to go inward, which is what is needed anyways. Leaning onto your own understanding, making your own decisions, and there is some sort of imbalance as far as maybe taking on too much. So choosing to make order of the chaos, choosing to get organized. Please clarify the Hermit. Actually, please clarify the Eight of Cups. What needs to be left? Let's go ahead and ask the hard questions. What can we go ahead and say goodbye to? What old emotions need to be released? What people need to be released? Also, there may be some jealousy issues going on here where like love offers are coming in. There's just some kind of Maybe you're noticing someone you're talking to is getting love offers or some kind of way. This is getting alone time. Really choosing what you're passionate about and acting on it, implementing it, placing your wands in the earth, placing your passions in your day-to-day routines, and then setting your ships out, waiting for your ships to come in. Because once you go inward and you seek your light, you set something in motion. You set something grand in motion. But it starts with loving yourself enough to get quiet, to go inward, to do the work, so that you can implement your visionary. You can step up. There is a step up. This fire sign also may level up in importance to you. They may be feisty and it may be a fight. That's what I'm saying. There's this head-to-head thing that's taking place. But it's healing. It's a matter of you both are healing. And there is completion in this cycle. You're being divinely guided. And also Saturn, once Saturn goes into Aquarius, there is a leaving. Some of you may be thinking about moving in order to give back in some way. But there are illusions in regards to it. So just be careful. Make sure that you do all your research. If there may be a Pisces or a Cancer coming in also that brings love, but stress, but happiness, but stress, and recognizing that pattern is important so that you can make radical changes that you need, so that you can actually put your work into juggling what you want to do, what you want to juggle. And so that there is the ability for you to get back to what you really love, what you loved as a child, what brought you peace and happiness and harmony as a child. And you striving for that peace will generate big changes in your life, but it will lead to public success. And you get to invest in what you want to invest in. And wade in the transformation. It's powerful and it's palpable and it can be yours, but it starts with getting some fucking sleep, baby. And it starts and ends with you doing you, so that you can make the necessary changes, so that you can trust the universe enough to let it in and to get it done. All right. I love you.